Howdy, it's Cloudy. Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Today, we got a video from Everything Always. Breaking Spider-Man 4 villain revealed. She is a terrifying Omega level villain.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires.
So we just got a
massive Spider-Man 4 update. This corroborated by two separate industry insiders that may have just revealed the villain. And while she's not a villain that anyone was talking about, and we certainly didn't guess her here at the channel, it would actually make a lot of sense of the other rumors we've been hearing lately, especially about Spider-Man having a new love interest. His love interest in the villain may be one in the same. We're going to break down where this came from.
That would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that would honestly be a beautiful villain, bro. To be Peter Parker's love interest and to turn out to be trying to set him up the whole entire time, bro. That would honestly be fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because then, because you can't forget Tom Holland at some point in time, bro, is gonna put on the Venom, the symbiote stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I'm thinking he's gonna have it by Spider-Man 4 if he doesn't have it in Avengers Doomsday. Because remember, Spider-Man 4 come out after. But if she is the love interest in the villain, and people are saying Sadie Sink could be Mary Jane, it's possible it's Sadie Sink, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Revealed, who at one point was referred to by Captain America in the comics as an Omega level threat. How it connects lightly to the other plot rumors we've heard, and guys, if they adapt her correctly to the screen and we get to see, well, her wide variety of variations, we'll talk about that during the video, it's going to make for an absolutely amazing third act and action sequence. We're breaking it all down. Spider-Man's 4 villain revealed as Spider-Queen. But first, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. I think you know the Star Trek revealed as Spider-Queen. But first, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's.
Bro, I hate spiders, bro. Does he run in? I wonder, because, you know, I saw in the cartoon animated show, you know, Peter Parker actually ends up getting 8 spider legs. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that ever is going to happen on live action, especially now that I'm seeing this.
Today's video. Think you know the Star Trek universe? Kirk, Spock, Picard, and Janeway.
Oh, this is Everything Always, bro.
Stories. If you're curious, dive into their epic adventures with our sponsor, Star Trek Fleet Command, the ultimate strategy game where you build your fleet, forge alliances, and explore the galaxy like never before. I used to think Star Trek was Star Wars, bro. One of the things I absolutely love about this game is that you can play seamlessly on PC and mobile. And all you gotta do is use my link down in the description or scan my QR code, and you can download the game for free on PC and mobile. Players embark as fledgling commanders, tasked with building their starbase and assembling a crew worthy of the Starfleet name. From their first encounters with the galaxy to navigating complex faction alliances, each level draws players deeper into an immersive experience, capturing the daring, rolling out the red towards an epic Romulan campaign. Each day lead with card for rare against bonuses. From Voyager description or scan my QR code to download the game for free. Again, all you got to do is or PC. The galaxy needs a lead time to shine. Hello. Will you answer the call? Okay, so the first part of the scoop comes from the anonymous Twitter scoopster My Time to Shine Hello, who does have a proven track record, but occasionally has gotten things wrong. Take that as you will. She posted out that Spider-Man 4 will officially have a female villain. Now, that was followed up by a separate industry insider, none other than Daniel Rickman. You guys can follow him over at Daniel RPK. Probably the most accurate and ubiquitous of all Marvel scoopsters replied to that with a picture of Spider-Queen. Now, in the comics, while she's a nuclear test subject during World War II and her powers don't manifest till later, it doesn't really matter because she shows up in New York calling herself the Queen, and this is basically how her abilities work. She is the first mutant of the subspecies Homo insectus. She has mind control over other insects, other humans with the insect gene.
So are they saying she's the first mutant that has a power sharing with like an animal or an insect or some type? They're saying she's the first mutant to ever have, like, she's basically the first Spider-Man. Is that what I'm hearing, bro? She's basically the first Spider-Man. I guess
like Peter Parker, who she's able to control, and she can also infect humans with her bite. That creates more drones for her, and the more drones she has, the more powerful she is. Not just because
who should play? Now I'm looking at the girl, like, what she look like, bro. We gotta let it be known right here, bro. We gotta give out our ideas, bro. Who should play Spider-Queen, bro? If Spider-Queen is the villain, who should play Spider-Queen, bro? I was gonna say Anna de Armas, but she already doing something with the John Wick thing. She might not have no time. Who should it be, bro? It has to be somebody with black hair, bro. We not hiring nobody that gotta dye their hair or put a wig on, bro. We not doing that, bro. That's too much money. So we gotta find somebody that already look like old girl, bro. Y'all let it be done in the comments,
drones, but literally they make her more powerful off feeding off the web of life and destiny, and that's what leads to her.
Oh, I know, bro. It should be old girl from Riverdale. I forgot her name. I think her name in Riverdale is Veronica, bro. I think she'll be fired to play Spider Queen,
power level set. What's that, you ask? Oh, you know, just a casual 28 story horrendous spider monster who Captain America referred to as an Omega level threat. And that's what I was referring to during the prologue when we get to the third act, when she's either threatened or about to be beaten. If she can access the power of the web of life through all of these drones she's created, then she can turn into this insanely monstrous spider creature, which, if you saw Beyond the Aquila Rift, think exactly that. Attractive female that's going to seduce Spider-Man, get him under her control, but also be
Spider-Man. How are you falling for this?
A crazy 280-foot spider. I cannot wait for that action sequence. Now, there are a couple of things here that really pique my interest.
He falls in love with her.
First of which, she can basically, with her mutagenic bite, turn other people into Homo erectus, but give them spider powers at the same time. And I'm wondering if this isn't how they will turn Miles Morales in the MCU. It would be the perfect conduit for that if Miles doesn't already exist in that form, which might also be the case.
I'm thinking Miles Morales is going to be in this universe, bro, because Spider-Man is alone by himself in New York swinging the neighborhood Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure he's going to run into like, if y'all see my past videos on the Spider-Man stuff, go and check him out. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Peter Parker is going to run into Miles Morales' dad first, because Miles Morales' dad, from what I know from the video games and all that, you know what I'm saying? Miles Morales' dad is a police officer. You know what I mean? For New York, he's a police officer. So I'm thinking him and Peter are going to run into each other first. I mean, he's going to run into his dad as Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure. Not as Peter Parker, but you get what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they're going to run into each other first, and that's how we're going to see Miles Morales get brought into the story. Like, little by little, they're going to hint Miles Morales. We probably going to see Miles Morales, you know what I'm saying, in this movie. And then when Miles Morales has to get his powers, it might be a different actor. You know what I mean? You know how that go. You know what I mean? You know
the other thing is one of the classic Spider-Queen moments is when Cap and Venom are fighting against her, and Venom uses Cap's shield to smash the back of her spine. That's where her final form is revealed as, again, this 28-story back of her spine. That's fighting against her, and Venom uses Cap's shield to smash the back of her spine. That's where her final form is revealed as, again, this 28-story spider monster with all these legs. And I just think, you know, while there's probably not a good chance we're going to see Cap during Spider-Man 4,
is it going to be Venom like by himself, like with Eddie Brock or something, or is it going to be Venom along with Peter Parker, like him with the suit on? You know what I mean?
I've heard so many rumors about Tom Hardy's Venom, and we know that the symbiote is still in the MCU, and so there's multiple other Spider characters tied to this Spider-Queen story that I think actually opens the door for them to make an appearance in the MCU and be the kind of crossover.
It'll be perfect to bring in Miles Morales, though,
without bringing back Tobey and Andrew, because we'll most likely see them again in Secret Wars. Now, as I mentioned in the prologue, this leak goes a long way in explaining two rumors. Number one, we were all wondering why Spider-Man might have a new love interest when, of course, his story ties him back to the MJ that we already know. That doesn't seem much like Peter Parker, but now it's pretty clear that she would have control over him because of his insect gene. It also might explain who Sadie Sink is playing. We all thought Firestar, Mary Jane, or maybe another character. If this is going to be basically the second lead and villain opposite Peter Parker, there's a real good chance that Sadie Sink could be playing this villain. Now,
I mean, look, Sadie Sink is coming in to play somebody big, bro. Let's be honest. I just don't see them bringing her in and she ain't really doing nothing, bro. That just don't make sense to me. That's Max. She's Vought Vecna, bro. I think she gonna be on Peter's side. I think they gonna bring in a whole nother female into Spider-Man 4 to play the villain. Like I said, bro, I think it should be old girl from Riverdale, Veronica, bro. She somewhat kind of look like the girl already, bro. I think she'll be a fire. And then the way the character she played, bro, she could play the seductive Spider Queen to get Peter. You know what I mean? She could do that. And then Sadie Sink could play Firestar Jean Grey. She won't have to be the love interest. And then the love interest can end up being the villain She could just end up seducing Peter and then playing them to try and steal his power, something like that. You know what I mean? I think that's a beautiful story. What y'all think?
Could be a chance that they would want to run with the Web of Life and Destiny thing, but I think with the fact that Beyond the Spider-Verse is still exploring that ground, and the way that Sony botched it with what they were doing with Madam Web,
they may
not
not
choose to go that far. It may be limited to the characters that we've got in the 616 already.
Really
However, what I will say is interesting is that Spider-Man 4 is knowingly falling between the two Avengers films, and I didn't think there was a chance in the world that they would waste this opportunity in this real estate of film to work on the Doctor Doom, on the Battle World, on the Avengers Secret Wars storyline of it all, because coming after Doomsday, again, unless it's a prequel, this won't really make sense unless it addresses the events of Doomsday, and it's sort of curious to see how Spider-Queen might work into what the landscape of the MCU might look like post-Avengers Doomsday. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. I know that this villain isn't one that people would have immediately expected, but what do you think? I'm honestly super intrigued by it. I think it could make for an amazing...
You know what I think, bro? I'm thinking if Avengers Doomsday come first, Doctor Doom might end up bringing the villains or something from a different world to come and infiltrate the one he's trying to mess up. You know what I'm saying? Because the story is, from what I know, or at least from what I've been hearing around, RDJ's Doctor Doom, bro. He is a variant of Tony Stark, but this variant of Tony Stark, Doctor Doom, he got pissed that all of his other variants are sacrificing themselves for the world. So he finds a way to make that stop happening, because he tired of seeing his other variants die. So he's like, you know what, bro, I'm finna just make sure everything is cool, make sure everything is peaceful, and we ain't gotta keep killing me off in other planets. You know what I mean? And I honestly understand it, bro. That's why I think in some cases, Thanos might not be the villain everybody think he is, you know what I'm saying? Because when Thanos snapped his fingers and the Avengers and stuff was going, bro, they had 5 years of peace, bro. Let's be real, bro. Thanos was the savior, for real. They had 5 years of peace. And then when they undid the snap, all chaos broke loose. There's new villains. And now we on Spider-Man 4.